a tradition that started in 1932, and now they return to the ice to play an alumni game here on Hockey Day, Minnesota. We start off with the women's game, and things start off quickly. We didn't even get a chance to say hello. Joe Scarella alongside Joe Erickson for game 2 of the weekend. We just saw a fantastic high school game that went into a tie between St. Cloud and Sauk Rapids Sartell. And now the women's alumni game. Things start off as the white team and the black team, former Husky greats. And what are you expecting to see tonight?
A lot of fun. A lot of camaraderie, a lot of fun, a lot of good skating from the first 30 seconds they're flying out there. It's like maybe Eric Rude is going to find out if anyone's got eligibility left.
You know, they always say that on your last shift, you wish you had one more.
Right.
Now you get a chance for these girls, and it'll be great to see we get an icing, and it'll be a lot more casual than the game we just watched.
Yeah, and we'll have a chance to talk about women's hockey and the evolution of the game. Of course, now they've got professional women's hockey out east. So the Olympics have done a great deal for it, and St. Cloud State has got a good program and heading the right direction.
The game is beginning to grow for sure. Off the face-off, that's Abby Ness, the 2015 graduate. She won the draw, but it's the white team coming back the other way. Chased by Lauren Hespenheid. That's a name not too far removed from St. Cloud State Athletics. She was the captain, graduated just a year ago.
It's so fun to see the names and the players coming back and the coaches, and we're Danny Brooks and Craig Dahl and Mayor Kleiser right in front of us. It's just everything's happening here. It's a mecca of hockey.
And a tip on net, and that's the first chance we get to look at our goaltender. And on our roster we have goalie number 30.
Right.
So they don't have numbers, so it'll be interesting to see who we've got out on the ice tonight.
Well, it's an outstanding goalie, a great goalie.
That's right. And taking the face-off once again will be Lauren Hespenheid. She was matched up with the black team, Amy Curry-Mickelson, 2009 grad. And the black team starting things off, shot on net and a nice save by goalie in white.
Goalie in white is playing fantastic.
And black comes back the other way, but they'll have to pick up the puck in their own zone. What a fun way to kick off Hockey Day in Minnesota.
I got 6 players in black on the ice, but somehow I don't think it'll be a penalty.
No, I don't think they're going to call that one today. Hespenheid's backhand steered aside. And it'll be Team White trying to pick it up in their own zone. Gathering it is Krista Moody. She graduated just a year ago, 2017. And what a phenomenal career she had, 4 years at St. Cloud State. Now back in black comes number 20. That's Julia Gilbert, 2014 grad. And she gets a shot on net, but it's steered aside. And we've seen a lot of back and forth action, not a lot of physical contact in the first opening period.
I think you're going to see more hugs than checks.
I think so. Callison Funk gets it in deep. Each team has a mixture of graduates dating back to 2003 all the way to just last season. Now a 2-on-1 for Team White. Shot just over the top of the net. These are some of the most skilled girls in hockey just removed from the game.
And that's just fun to see. A testament for where the program's going. Coach Eric Rude's got him in the right direction. Great recruiter. And he's got one of the players we just watched. Alya Cornelius coming in next year.
And Audrey Hanmer gets a shot on net from the point. She's been already active in this game. She's the one with the red and black and white stripes there, fading out near the far side. And back into the circle it goes. And it'll be brought back out by Team Black.
Again, these alumni games, it's so much of, people coming back to see the people they watched play just years ago, and so much fun to see them back on the ice.
One of those players is number 91, Black Alya Schmidt. And she is a 2013 grad sporting the number 91. And a diving play to clear it. Still scoreless in the opening period, but now an odd man rush. How about Hespenheide, the former captain? You've seen this before, trying to go backhand. Can't get it to go. Now another opportunity just goes wide. And a centering pass for Hespenheide. She tips it in deep. How many breakaways did she have in her career?
Oh, it's fun to think about.
You may remember on Hockey Day Minnesota a year ago, she had the overtime winner against Minnesota State, the first ever time college hockey was a part of Hockey Day Minnesota.
And there again stands for the testament of where this game is going and the respect these girls and women are getting.
Team White starting things off. It's good to see everyone getting a chance. Now once again, Hespenheide, nice saucer pass and a big save. So what have you noticed in the first few minutes of play? They got a running clock.
Yeah, well, what I've noticed is you would think it would be like an all-star game atmosphere. No, this is the play is much higher than that. These players are skating like they want to win the game. I don't know if there's a bonus check involved, but they're playing for it.
Well, St. Cloud with a big tradition of winning. The first period of tonight's game will be the women, and then following that we have the men. And there's a loose puck in front and a goal. Team White gets on the board first. How about Hannah Brote, 2016?
That's a nice familiar name. Hannah spent some years at St. Cloud State and familiar with putting the puck in the net. And of course, a Minnesota girl. She's had a nice, illustrious high school career as well.
We've seen a lot of turnovers so far in this one. Hannah Brote, though, capitalizes on the first one, and a nice play it was. She finds the back of the net.
Yeah, it's again, they're having fun with it, and 1-0, 5:49. They've stopped the clock. I guess they stopped the clock for goals.
Our Katie Emmer from Husky Productions is on the bench today, getting to interview some of the players. Kind of the fun aspect of an outdoor game that you get that you don't get anywhere else.
No, absolutely, and you know, there's a lot more men that are going to be playing later on. And I imagine there's going to be some interviews by Katie while the play is going on.
That's right. Into the zone it goes, pressured there by the goal scorer, Hannah Brote. She rings around, looking for her second. A lot of jump in number 5 step.
Black trying to fight back, tie the game, at least give the men a tie at least to start.
For how fun this game will be, you know both teams want to come away with a W.
Absolutely, that's bragging rights. They'll see each other again. Hockey players seem to see each other again and again, and whether it be a reunion or just at the rink. Yeah, these hockey players, it's in their blood. They find themselves in the car and they just drive to the rink.
So Hannah Brote nervous in tonight's game. You know, when you haven't played in a couple years, clearly the jitters get to you, but she seemed to shake those off pretty quick.
Well, my coach has always said nerves are a way of telling you that something's important to you. So she wants to play well, and she wants to win the game.
Team Black trying to tie the game. A shot on net by Amy Courier-Mickelson. She's partnered up with a few other of the 2009 grads, Sammy Nixon and Megan McCarthy. They've got some chemistry for sure.
Sometimes you play with somebody for such a long time and you get back together with them and you can just start right where you left off.
Another chance for Team White, shot on net, cleared into the corner. And another chance still loose. Looking top right was Carrier Holdorf, 2005 grad. And back comes Hespenheide. We've seen a lot of her today. Spinning away, controlling the puck, tries to make a move. Good defensive play by Lisa Martinson.
Yeah, Martinson says, not on my clock. I don't want to be showing up. I don't want to be posterized.
Definitely right. Lisa Martinson, one of the best defenders we've seen in St. Cloud State women hockey history. Now a shot for Black is blocked in front We've seen Team White getting in the passing lanes.
Yeah, they're not letting the puck get to the net. That's a nice job by the Team White.
And Krista Moody trying to get a shot on net was Lexi Slattery, another one of those 2016 grads.
Just a little bit too far. It'll be icing. Team Black was trying to do that off the boards and get a little breakaway, but not to be. So much fun out there. Look at the fans are just pouring in. And you know what? It's not that they're pouring in, they're just getting here. They're probably over at the Hockey Village having some food, a couple brewskis, and then coming back and having some more fun.
We even see the Miracle on Ice jerseys rolling in, sporting Herb Brooks, one of the big names in St. Cloud State athletics, as he brought this program to Division I on the men's side and the women's side on Division I, as well as they play in the toughest conference in women's college hockey, that is the WCHA. And some of these players have led the way. Big shot by Holly Robert Sunderman as it just goes off the side of the cage.
Holly must have been married since college, because she was Holly Roberts when she was here, and she was a dynamite player.
Amy Courier-Mickelson getting a shot on net. And now stolen away, 2-on-1, nice saucer pass across. Maybe a chance looking 5-hole was Megan McCarthy.
Stonewalled by goalie White.
And there they score, and we got a tie game. They find the back of the net. I believe it was an assist from Holly Robert Sunderman that sparked the goal. And I'm not quite sure who was able to find the back of the net there. It seemed like a swarm of black. Did you catch that one?
I did not catch it. I was just taking in all the players coming in. Montgomery is a jersey, St. Cloud State jerseys left and right. Players that came to watch the players they used to play with.
So before you know it, we have a 1-1 game on Alumni Day on Hockey Day, Minnesota. Breaking into the zone is the goal scorer, Brote. Seems like the nerves are gone.
After that interview, yep, she's playing great. Comfortable on the ice. Sometimes they may not be comfortable in front of the mic, but they are on the ice.
Khalees Cheesebro tips it across. And into the zone it comes. Felicia Nelson Staylock. And Brote's got a lot of speed as she comes down the side, 2-on-1. Opening up and looking for an option was Carrier Holdorf, unable to find it. Team White starting to put on some pressure. It's been pretty back and forth, though, through the opening frame. 18 seconds remaining in this first period. And now sparked on a breakaway. Let's see if she has enough time. 13 seconds coming in. The shot and a nice save. It was Carrier Holdorf still loose, and they score!
With 1 second.
1 second remaining on the clock, and Team White gets the 2-1 lead.
And the Team White fans that are here are ecstatic.
Team White has taken the lead in the final seconds of the first period, and what a fantastic play. Came down on the breakaway was Holdorf. She tried to sneak it through the 5-hole, and it was not great rebound control by Team Black. And to the back of the net it goes. And what a first period we just watched.
Well, the smiles on the face as they get together on the ice afterwards, that says it all. As the team, actually I know what team this is. This is my son's team that's shoveling. It's a family affair for so many people. This is the Bantam-B Black who are getting involved. Great hats off to St. Cloud State Youth Hockey for making this such a huge event.
It's been a great event already, and let's talk about the first game we saw today between Sartell Sauk Rapids and St. Cloud. It ended in a 3-3 tie in overtime. What did you like?
Well, I love the back and forth action. I love the fact that these two rivals just left it all out there. They knew it was going to be a tough game. Like we talked about, the records are fantastic, but you know, it just didn't matter. It mattered that they're rivals, and that's how it turned out, 3-3. Sometimes games are fit to be tied. No winners, no losers, and both squads going to be happy with how they played.
And we've already watched a fantastic first period of the Alumni game, so I believe they're going to play a 3, maybe a 2.5. I'm not quite sure. They don't know the rules yet.
They're making it up as
They're
they go.
making it up as they go. You know what? It's pond hockey, and that's what's so great about this weekend.
Right. And maybe they you want to play a little bit more, and they talk the refs into going. Maybe the guys aren't ready yet. I don't know. But yeah, it was scheduled to be the first period, but looks like they're going to put more time on the clock and play a little more women's hockey. It doesn't look like any of the players out there mind.
No, definitely not, and for good reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in the first period, it was Hannah Brodt getting the scoring going for Team White, and then Team Black bounced right back, but then a late goal.
For the second, we'll really get the forecheck going, the back check with Callie Dahl there, and we'll be good. We'll be good.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
So we just heard from the coach on Team Black, as they're definitely having a lot of fun, and they're trying to figure things out here.
They may have revealed a little too much there. I mean, the white team was listening, so this is, giving away strategy. I'm not sure it's a smart move, but no, all things aside, they're out there having fun, and, it's just going to be, just fun.
Just a great event for the community, and a lot of them came out to support their former Huskies play.
Yeah.
They'll get to watch their women's current team play tomorrow. But right now, let's focus on the past, and how about Team White with an opportunity? Hespenheide missing over the top of the net.
Yeah, Hespenheide with a couple opportunities, and she was just right there, and she'll be thinking about that one later on.
Her and Kaylee Holdorf, although separated by 12 years on their numbers, they've been out there clicking so far today. Holdorf now spinning away. In for it was Amanda Matheson-Pickett. And Team Black will start trying to tie the game after Team White was able to score in just the final second of the first period.
That's pickup hockey at the finest.
Not a whole lot of whistles, so it should be a quick and painless game, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. That's it's just fun to watch them all play.
Gretchen Shaw trying to clear the zone. 2003, number 29 on her back tonight. And Team White trying to change the momentum back to their favor, but it's Alya Schmidt spinning away. She goes to the point. She finds Lisa Martinson. Back to Lisa Martinson through her legs. Now maybe a breakaway, but great defensive play as the hustle was there from Alya Schmidt. She got back in time. Nice move.
Much more relaxed period. The hustle may have dropped off just a little bit.
Hespenheide unable to stick her way through. She was trying to show the dangles that so many Husky fans are used to. 2-on-2. Now maybe a 3-on-2. Schmidt shot on net, blocked away. Now Hespenheide will headman ahead to her counterpart, but spinning down was number, I believe that's 12, Krista Moody. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Caddy Battis, 2002 grad. Now a 2-on-1 for Team Black.
2-on-1 break on one side. I'm gonna switch. Change on the fly.
Change on the fly for sure. Now held in the zone. Caddy Battis, number 13 Black, that's Felicia Nelson-Staylock. And that one goes up and out of play, but they're gonna play it, because why not? Now there's a battle in front for it.
I don't know what restaurant it is. No rules, just fun, but that's the motto of this one right here.
And now a 3-on-1 for Team White. Slap shot into the glove, but they're gonna play it quickly back. With numbers was Team Black, but it was too far on the headman pass, and picking it up in her own zone is Krista Moody. White only has 4 people on the ice.
Well, this is interactive. We're talking with the fans, and they say, hey, White's only got 4 on the ice. got 5 black, so I don't know.
4 is not quite. Now 4 has 2 on the ice. Team Black with a 5-on-2 opportunity just goes wide. Back out to the point, as it seems like Team White has figured out that they need 5 players in the game of hockey.
And there's 5 now. Wow. 6.
And off the 6-7 and off the bench. A nice move, still with it. And that one nearly finds the back of the net. It was Julia Gilbert. She was throwing on the dangles. She's still with it now as she spins away. That's Alex Nelson-Campa. And Team White with a lot of jump out of their own zone. 2-on-1 opportunity. Backhand pass too far. As Carrie Holdorf was looking for an option. Now it's Kellison Funk. She goes to the net hard, but her shot just behind.
Callison Funk trying to do her best Brooke Walters imitation.
A 2-on-0 at the line, and they're offside for Team White as they had a chance to absolutely put a dagger into the heart of Team Black.
I tell you what, coach is over there for the Team White and saying, you know, we're going to probably have to do some Herbies after this one.
I think they're going to have to skate them after that, because that was a point-blank chance on a 2-on-0 and offside.
Here with Amy Courier-Mickelson. Amy, your thoughts on the game so far?
Well, Rights are a little dead here tonight, but we're up the pace here in the second period and looking for a good finish here. Thanks.
You just heard from Mickelson, Amy Courier-Mickelson, the 2009 grad, who says the legs just aren't quite there. You can imagine why.
Legs feed the wolf.
That's right.
Another Herb Brooks. And now we got some fans here in front with the old Russian hats.
Looks like that's Monticello rolling in. They play tomorrow. And we see Robbie Jackson coming in, number 23 on the St. Cloud State Huskies.
Nice.
Thrown in front and a tip just wide of Team White.
Again, the atmosphere here is all about current, former players, coaches, media members, you name it.
Fancy move by Amanda Arbog. I don't even know how to say this. You might have to help me out here.
Oh, boy.
Arbogast.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Sounds good to you. That's 2015 grad.
Number 66. That's
Number
what I call her.
66, correct. She made a nice move at the line. Now it's tipped in front.
They're out there having fun, that's for sure. No question about it.
Falling down at a nice little pass, but they're going to blow that for a hand pass. They're calling it pretty tight today, it seems like. It looked like that was a nice play, but they're going to call it on a hand pass.
I thought we were going no rules, just fun.
I don't know. That could have been pretty. That could have been a pretty goal, but it turns out it's a hand pass, and they blow the whistle.
What's an alumni game without a little controversy?
I think that could have been a 10-minute for delay a game.
Yeah,
That's tosser.
Yeah, send her home. Revoke her alumni status.
Number 91, Alya Schmidt. She's been all over the ice. Her backhand sticked away. Fans of all ages with some nice memories of these players out on the ice today.
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes left in this period thing we've got going on, and it's a 2-on-0. How about Hespenheide? You've seen her. She opens up. One-timer. Oh, my goodness. What a bullet by number 9, the former captain of the St. Cloud State Huskies, Lauren Hespenheide. She still got it.
She still got it. Let's take a look at that replay. It's coming.
Lauren Hespenheide opens up on the 2-on-1. What'd you see?
I saw her wind up and just a beautiful pass, right tape to tape. And if a certain network on the East Coast wants to highlight from a meaningless game, there it is.
And you know what? You've seen a lot of these players who might be done playing hockey. Lauren Hespenheide's not one of them. She currently plays for the Minnesota Whitecaps.
There you go.
So she is very active in the hockey community. They came to St. Cloud this year. St. Cloud State actually got the win in that game against the Minnesota Whitecaps, which was a very fun atmosphere to watch. But Hespen Hyde showing she's still got what it takes.
Absolutely. So much fun.
Now St. Cloud White coming back the other way.
4-on-1.
And that one right into the glove.
What do you draw up for a 4-on-1?
There's no, they don't practice that a lot.
No.
I don't think Coach Rude has had many practices.
No.
Not too bad, I'm old. So I tried for 2 shifts and these youngins tried to get about 7 on me. So, I had a nice toe pick, so that was fun. But it felt like old times. If I can get in the penalty box, it will really feel like old times. So, I'm hoping to trip someone out here eventually and then try to call it off like I just fell. So, that's how we play here.
Well, clearly the penalty box might be the road for Team White tonight.
There you have it.
Clearly they're having fun out on the ice tonight. I don't know if Coach Rude is very excited about hearing that.
Well, we do have a request in for Coach Rude to come on up and talk to us afterwards, or talk to you, and just kind of get a state of the state of the women's hockey team as we got a goal.
In the meantime, Team Black is able to make it 3-2 off a nice little shot by Alex Nelson Campa.
Yeah, they're not giving up on this one. Black wants it.
And things are heating up on a decent night. It's not too cold.
No, it's not. Well, again, what a setting.
They're having fun on Hockey Day Minnesota Eve, as they're calling it here. Out to the point, Team Black, number 12. That was the goal scorer in Alex Nelson Campa. She's looking to tie the game. Broach, she had a goal earlier. Now Nelson Campa's shot looking for the same thing. Now still trying to push it to the near side, but there's a whistle. Looks like the net is off the moorings, so we will get an offensive zone faceoff for Team Black.
Net off the moorings whistle. Come on, what is this come to? They're playing it by the book.
I'm sure a lot of these players are familiar with playing out on the pond.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, great camera work by our crew here, getting some close-ups of the smiles and the, pats in the back, and just so much fun. Just great to be part of this.
Period 1, as so they've called it in our pamphlet, is between Team White and Team Black of the women's alumni. After that, we get some of the prominent names in the men's, but the Black team ties the game 3-3.
Where did that come from?
Wow. Minute 14 to go in the period running time, and the game is tied.
That was a tight angle.
A nice little shot off the side, as it was number 22, Callison Funk, 2015 grad, ties the game at 3 in the final minute of what could be the second period of the first period.
Right, exactly. That's how you draw it up. Second period of the first period.
Into the zone comes Team Black. They've definitely found their stride.
They have. It's just a little too late, but they want the win still. Oh, what happened there?
Well, Lauren Hespen Hyde looked like she was going to set up camp on the offensive blue line, and she was just a little premature gaining the zone, and it's an offside, and they're going to call it intentional offside and bring her all the way down. They're calling it tight. I think it's WCHA refs.
Yeah, I think that's the case. Oh, look at this. Here she goes.
Hespen Hyde trying to stick her way through. She's been very active tonight. I don't know if there's a trophy or a car for player of the game, but she could be in the running.
Oh, there's got to be a car. I mean, maybe a go-kart or something.
They were driving those shopping carts around prior to the game. That might be,
of course,
the trophy, the Hockey Day shopping cart.
Yes.
Let's take a look at what we just saw there. As Team White had an opportunity breaking into the zone, was number 11, Carrie Holdorf. Her shot smothered up, and we get.
And as a former coach, I can say, were you aiming for her belly button? Because that was right in the middle. Goalie's gonna make that stop 100% of the time.
The goalie is not a donut. And we get, that will be the game. It's tied at 3 So Team White and Team Black of the women's hockey alumni game tie at 3 apiece. And what did you like from the women's game?
That it was a lot of fun. That they really they can still skate. And, you know, girls that are coming out to watch this should be inspired by it. They can you know, they skate so well, and some are still playing.
So 2 women's hockey games in the books today, both end in a 3-3 tie. We'll be right back as the men get things going in the men's alumni game here on Hockey Day, Minnesota. You just heard from a familiar name in Husky history. That's Brett Hedekin. He is the captain of Team White tonight in the alumni game. Graduate of 1991 on the other side for Team Black. Also a familiar name, that's Mark Parrish.
Here he is.
What's the verdict tonight for Team Black?
Well, we better have more legs than the young guys on White. I'm a little concerned. I think we've got some experience, a lot of caginess. They've got the in-shape factor.
What was the message before coming on the ice tonight?
Don't lose to them. And do everything you can to not let Hedekin score.
Good luck.
Thank you, kid.
So Mark Parrish, former Husky great, former Husky All-American in fact. He is leading the charge for Team Black, and there's a lot of big names on both sides. The 2 names up in the booth, Joe Scarella alongside Joe Erickson, as we get set for the second frame of the alumni game. We just saw the women, and now we get the men.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Camaraderie is here. These players are coming back home after many, many years. Successes in the business world, in the hockey world, you name it, but now they're going to play against each other in what is just a fantastic game. I hope a lot of people get to see this action and just realize what a great program has been built by Herb Brooks, people like John Mariucci and others, and now has been passed down to the younger ones where they're all skating together now.
Husky graduates all the way from 1983.
Let's go. Coach, what's it looking like out there for these boys?
I'm very worried right now. If all you people could have been in the locker room and seen these guys getting dressed in their bodies, we're going to have some injuries tonight. And it's not a pretty sight anymore. They're here in heart, they're here in spirit, but I hope the paramedics are ready.
Now that's a confident coach.
Coach Motzko clearly ready for tonight's game, as he had some words to say about his team, as he believes that the physical shape is just not what it used to be back in 1983.
Well, I think we're going to hear from the other coach, and he might have a similar message. This one is going to be one for the youngins.
And the youngins on this team, graduates of 2017 is the newest year. Excuse me, 2016 I believe is the last one.
Jimmy Murray.
To be there. Jimmy Murray, you may remember him. A scoring great for St. Cloud State. He'll go down in the books as one of the stars on that team as he pushed the Huskies into the playoff rounds, deep into the frozen, the NCAA tournament several times.
Not to personalize this too much, but I'm watching a lot of these players that I watched when I was here at St. Cloud State. Now, I always say that because there's other people that are here, whether they're watching on TV or here, did the exact same thing.
Taking the draw tonight for Team Black is number 3. That's Gino Parrish. Oh. Yes, there is.
Look out for the antics.
There is relationship to Captain Mark Parrish. They are brothers. Both.
It's already started.
And we already have physical play going on, and things are underway in the alumni game tonight. And right off the bat, it's Team White, Brett Hedekin, controlling play. Not the last time or the first time you've ever heard that. The Let's Go Huskies chant breaks out, and that's not necessarily for either side. A nice tip play, they score! Well, my goodness.
Some things you just don't forget. That's how to put the biscuit in the basket.
Gino Parrish lights the lamp.
Oh, Gino, of course, of all people. I know Gino pretty well, and he's going to be chirping all game long. That's the last thing the white team wanted, Gino to score a goal.
Gino Parrish gets the scoring going, and just like that, Team Black has the 1-0 lead in the Alumni game. It didn't take very long.
He, of all people, will not let people forget that goal. That's the prettiest goal ever.
A nice tip play by Gino Parrish to start things off. Team White not happy with that. They're going to take exception. Pass there broken up, 2-on-1. No play as it was broken up. 5-on-2 the other way for Team Black.
Great back checking.
Not necessarily the back checking Coach Motzko dreams of. In the corner now, that's number 1 in white, Craig Sherman, 1989 grad. Now 17 black, Garrett Larson of 2003. There's a lot of guys from 2002, 2003.
Great programs.
Off the pipe is white. Another shot, they score. What a play and a lot of scoring.
Brent Borgen.
Brent Borgen gets it going for white, and we've got a tie game.
This is gonna be more like the NHL All-Star game, a shootout.
Well, oh my. Scoring has started quickly.
You know how many times those guys have made that shot uppers? You know, that is constantly in practice games. It's not gonna stop now.
Well, the speed might not be there, but the shooting definitely is. We've got 2 goals, 1 on each side. Black and white tied 1 apiece. As Team Black tries to jump right back, it was only a minute in between goals. And now Team White the other way, number 11. Kelly Ryder.
Reeder there, I'll call him.
Excuse me.
Kelly Reeder, I know Kelly as well. Call him Speedy.
Speedy Reeder. And now Team Black starting things off. Once again, the Let's Go Huskies chant as the score's locked at even. That was Matt Hartman, 2008 grad. He lost the puck in the neutral zone, though. Spinning away. You see a lot of guys without the shield.
No, most of them probably played some hockey without the shields in juniors or wherever they might have played after college.
You don't see that much anymore. You can tell who the new guys are.
Right. The ones that want their chiclets.
Now a breakout pass and a quick shot on net, glove down by the goaltender in white. Finally, we get to talk about Mike Lee, 2012 grad. He gets another shot on net, but he's able to kick it into the corner.
Yeah, Mike Lee spent some time between the pipes for the Huskies, put a good record on the board for his teammates.
Little shake and bake by 55 black. That's Ryan Frisch. No information on Frisch.
Hey, that's all right. I believe Mike Lee was from Roseau, so we've gotten some players from Roseau. You know, it's a big thing for us to in-state recruit.
We saw Minnesota players all day today, and we've seen them now again. Minnesota-born players are figuring it out. We saw Lauren Hespenheid from Shakopee. She was fantastic in the women's game.
Mm-hmm.
Now a back drop pass, big save. Still loose, scrambling for it.
Almost banked one in off the goalie from Gretzky's office.
That was Ethan Lyerly, the goaltender in black, dancing around in his crease.
Dancing or rolling?
Rolling around. It used to be dancing back in 2005.
You know, it's kind of like a men's league game. There are rules. They're not going to be taking any slap shots from the point. They're going to be, you know, playing it safe, playing it clean.
Coach Motzko said get the paramedics ready. They want to keep that to a minimum as Lyerly gloves it down, and we have an offensive zone face-off in Team White zone.
Yeah, I have a feeling he was referring to the pulled hamstrings and the groins. There's going to be some people calling in sick on Monday.
What you seen out there tonight?
Well, I see there's some skill left in some of these old boys. You know, looks like they played a little bit more than just sitting around eating ice cream on the couch.
And why do you think Gino is wearing the face mask tonight? Do you think it's an intimidating factor or just for looks?
You needed to be here when Gino was here. He used to wear that multicolored wig out on the ice every once in a while also. So Gino's Gino, and he's a great guy.
Coach
Gino's
Dahl.
Gino.
That's right, Coach Dahl giving a little chirp to Gino, the goal scorer for Team White. He's sporting that scary mask, the wrestler's mask.
Well, Gino plays a lot of pond hockey. The pond hockey championships that are down in Comus or down in the cities, you always see him there.
He's definitely got a flair for the personality. Out to the point. Captain Hedekin throws one on net, tipped into the back of the ear of a defender. That was 33, Michael Rusinski taking the blow. White starting to control. A little bit of a dance there by, I believe that's number 8, Nate Radens.
Oh yeah, Nate Radens. Yep, he doesn't go back too far.
He's sporting the lavender helmet and breezers.
I'm guessing he's coaching somewhere. That's their colors.
Probably the only player not wearing Cardinal and black tonight. Now Team White strikes back the other way. Tied up along the boards as the refs are even trying to stay out of the way. Gino Parrish with a little spin pass.
Is he wearing a he's wearing a GoPro too, I think.
Oh yeah, he's got the GoPro on.
Oh my gosh.
Gloved in.
Look at him.
Ethan Lyerly gloves and holds on. Gino Parrish has got a lot of words to say about that one.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, you look at the crowd is full and you expect him to come off the turnbuckle AWA style.
5 minutes to go in the period, and Team Black starts with the rush. That's steered into the corner. And Team White getting things going the other way. Jay Geisbauer, 1996 grad.
Uh-oh. Little off the boards trickery, nothing going but behind the back pass.
Turnover there, as Gino Parrish was one of the numbers in there, sticking his nose in the turnover play. Oh, a little dance play there by Dave Paradise.
Dave Paradise from Mound, Minnesota.
Another
played back in the 90s.
That's right, and he had his fair share of scuffles like he did just there with Gino Parrish behind the play.
Well, and his sister, much in the family of the Brooks. Sister Kelly married Danny Brooks.
Off the end wall as Mark Parrish was the head man. It goes too far, it'll be icing. As we see some of the kids here playing with Blizzard T Husky.
Of course. Yeah, they're getting their selfies in, they're getting their snaps in and all that good stuff. We just talked about Parrish, and of course, congratulations to Mark going back home to MSG to do a little broadcasting.
That's right, he was with us on Husky Productions, and now he's getting his chance on the big stage at MSG.
Just look at what you can do from Husky Productions. You go right to MSG.
That's the hope. That's what they say.
Right, right. But, you know, in all seriousness, the broadcasting program we have here, you know all about it. I was in the 90s, and now we've got graduates that, well, Matt Gangle, he's going to be the director for FSN's coverage tomorrow. And he also directed a World Series.
Just
so
did the World Series this
huge
past
accolades
year.
for St. Cloud State Mass Communications.
Absolutely. The Husky Productions program, a completely student-run program. It goes hand in hand with this hockey team, and they have grown up along with these players.
Yeah, many thanks to the ones that are making this possible. Derek Silvestri, Kelly Larson, Brian Stanley. We're going to see a replay of this one, and we can talk a little bit more later on, but here you go.
In on a 2-on-1 was Team Black, and a little bit of a rifle shot by Mike Doyle.
Mike Doyle from Anchorage. And he went back there. He did work for the Wild a little bit, then he went up to Anchorage. Came all the way back for this. That's nice.
We've seen a lot of players from all over the country. They said Over 90 applicants that wanted to be there, and a big save! My goodness, what a save.
Oh. You know the saying, call the police. Dave Iannazo, you just got robbed.
Mike Lee is flashing leather and proving he's an all-star still. What a save.
I don't know if he can believe it. We're looking at the Jumbotron here, and just a shot of him, the same shot you're looking at home.
That was point blank, wide open net, and somehow Mike Lee was able to dive in front.
Iannazo's looking really good, like if he had some eligibility, he could play.
Things starting to heat up now, 2-on-1. Back comes T. White, cutting to the middle of that shot. On net and handcuffing Lyerly. Kicked into the corner. Chasing it is Dave Iannazo.
John Swanson with a shot just a couple minutes ago. And again, John Swanson's from around here. Great for the game and great for St. Cloud youth hockey too.
Mark Parrish with a nice play, and he's going to return the favor as he receives it back, gaining the neutral zone, and then into the offensive zone he goes. Kicks it up to his stick, but the hands don't seem like they're warmed up yet.
No, maybe not. 30 seconds.
30 seconds to go in period 1 of the Alumni game. Tied score 1-1. Gino Parrish got things going on a beautiful tip, and then it was Team White striking back to tie it 1-1. That one's tipped on net once again. Lee's able to kick it out of his crease.
So he's got the awareness to get the shot off. 5 seconds.
Kick back out, and that's going to be maybe a chance, but the whistle blows, and it was not quick enough, and that will do it 1-1 after 1 period, and it's definitely been fun so far. What did you think of the first period of play?
I'm having a blast. This is just so much fun. All the guys that have been here before, the guys that were just here, you guys, you know, it's just a showcase of what St. Cloud is. Look at that old school helmet. They got everything. And then you got the kids coming out to shovel too.
The ice crew comes on. We'll be right back as period 2 of the Alumni game is coming at you in less than 60 seconds.
Alongside Gino Parrish and Gino first.
Yeah, I'm a little worried you won't be able to even answer because of your face mask. I want to see if that works. Can you talk?
I still can speak. It's good. It might turn into like a Randy Macho Man Savage voice, but yeah, I can still talk.
Can you explain what the face mask does tonight for you? Is an intimidating factor? I just talked to Coach about it.
It may be intimidating to some, but for me, it's more aesthetically pleasing. I look better with the mask on than with the mask off, plain and simply.
Great. How many of those do you own?
It's just one, and I never wash it. Did I say that out loud? Oh my God, I'm terribly sorry. I washed it one time like 10 years ago.
And last question, what about the crazy hair that we heard about? What was that all about?
The rainbow wig was my staple. Dave Rykel's favorite thing to bring up is me wearing the rainbow wig on senior night, and it was a moment that I would never take back in 1,000 years.
And are you having fun? I said last question, but I had another one. Are you having fun?
You know what? I won't hold it against you. I am having an absolute blast. I wish we could play for 3 hours.
Good luck.
Thanks, Katie.
Welcome back to Hockey Day Minnesota Eve, as they're calling it here, for the Alumni game between St. Cloud State Greats, as they are very happy to be back and playing. We just heard from Gino Parrish. He got the scoring going early in the first period on a beautiful tip, and I think it's the face mask that's really got it sparking it for him.
I'm standing along Mike Brodzinski on the black bench here, and he's got a lot to say.
So we're just going to give him the mic.
Well, first of all, we're sort of laying in the weeds here. We're playing a little defense right now, but the game winner's coming here pretty quick. So stick around for this next 12:30. We got CD on our bench. I don't know if you guys know how many wins he's got, but he's been here for 18 years as a coach. So we got the knowledge here.
Brodzinski, hey, that's name's familiar. Of course, that's Mr. Brodzinski to the other Brodzinski boys.
Well, that name has cycled through St. Cloud for quite some time, and It has now come to Easton Brodzinski, who is one of the top scorers on the St. Cloud State Huskies this year. And of course, Johnny Brodzinski came through the program, and he was one of the all-time greats in Husky hockey history.
And he almost didn't get here. He started at U of M, but he transferred because he wanted to see a little more ice time, and he certainly saw it, and the rest is history.
Now
4-on-1.
4-on-1 rush. And a shot glove save by Lee as it's kicked over the top. I believe it's still Lee and net. We made that mistake in the high school game earlier. It's tough to tell from this angle.
Yes, it looks like Lee. He's got the size of Lee, and if he's not, he's a wonderful imposter. He's, well, they're just no face-off. They're just playing.
It is Lee in the net, and he gloved it. There was supposed to be a face-off, but when you get a limited amount of time, they don't worry too much about that. Brought into the zone and stolen off the puck. Now another 4-on-1 rush, but off on a change. It's now a 3-on-2. Lots of passing, but a great back check play by 37 in white.
Those are the things get ironed out with practices.
That was Joe Raykamp hustling back, and he actually gains it in the zone, pass across, and just missing the net was Team White's Jimmy Murray.
Murray getting some ice time and making good use of it.
Probably got some of the best legs on this team.
Yeah, I think so. Of course, Gino Parrish might disagree with you.
That Gino Parrish absolutely would disagree with me. Out to the front was Murray thrown there looking for Joey Halka, graduate of 2015, excuse me.
Saw Andy Bakari just come in for the white team. He's living in Indianapolis right now. It was a long trip from him.
Black with a little move from John Cullen as he brings it to a toe drag, but it's broken up. Now a 2-on-1 for White looking top left corner, and it's knocked up into the netting, and we get a whistle.
Cullen, of course, coming from Moorhead. His Moorhead squad will play Centennial in tomorrow's action.
I found the
late game.
goalie from Team White, Mike Lee. Mike, no one gets to hear from you. You know, you're out here. What are your thoughts on the game so far?
There's a reason I'm back here. It's because this isn't my forte, so we'll leave it at that.
Are you having fun?
This is great. It's good to see all the guys back, and what a good turnout.
Thanks, Mike.
That might be the first and only time you hear from a goalie well play is happening.
And Katie Emmer, bless her soul, out there with the action still going on, and no worse for the wear.
She could probably skate circles on some of these guys out there right now.
She's looking pretty good on skates. Having some fun. Great job for the interviews during this game. It's all about fun.
And it's great to hear from some of these players as they get a chance to bring us back through the history of this program, which has been around for quite some time.
Absolutely. You know, the vision that John Mariucci had a long time ago, and bringing Herb Brooks in, and Herb agreeing to do it, and now we got 5 D1 programs. The vision was there, and they went through with it, and we get to enjoy the fruits of it.
Herb Brooks, the prominent name in St. Cloud. His name is on top of the doors at the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center, and that has been a great venue for hockey over the years. And tomorrow you'll see a fantastic game there, as well as the St. Cloud State University Huskies get the Minnesota State Mankato Mavericks in a very interesting game on Hockey Day Minnesota, that on Fox Sports North Plus.
Should be fun.
Back to this one, White starting to put on some pressure as we're locked 1-1. I wonder if we're going to see a game that's not tied at the end of the day, because we have not had that yet.
That seems to be the theme. Couple of Joes, couple ties.
The high school game was tied 3-3 between Sauk Rapids and St. Cloud, and then the women's game tied 3-3. Both went to overtime. Neither was able to find the back of the net. Gino Parrish hoping to change the fate for the men's game. He headmans, but it's stolen away. Played out of the crease by Mike Lee, very active for a goaltender. Fresh out of his interview. That's Ryan Malone. Right across. Lee looking back door.
Oh.
Tipped ahead. Black now starting to turn up the volume.
So so many great names. Ryan Malone, of course, spent so much time in the pros.
Out to the point it goes, held in. Gino throws it on net, but it's not strong enough to get through the stick of Paul Miller. He dates back to 1986 when he was a Husky.
Yeah, Miller along with Brodzinski are the senior skaters out there, and they came to St. Cloud State, and a nice story from the University of Minnesota.
That one tipped right in front, Mike Lee. Oh, he plays it, and maybe a smart play.
He wants an assist.
That's right. He's hoping it's not passed off here. There goes the possibility of the assist for Lee. But he's very active in the crease today. Now Brett Hedican, captain on white.
Look at Hetty go, he wants something.
Well, Parrish said, don't let Hedican score. Parrish said, and Hedican said the other way, don't let Parrish score. I'm sure they're having a blast out there with 6:42 to go in.
Paul Edelston was out there in his Jofa helmet. So it's mixed bag. Oh, he almost scores. That would have been one he'd talk about for a long time.
For those of you who don't know, Jofa is not around anymore.
No. The Jofas and the Stan Makitas, they're all gone. Things of the past. They're in the museums now.
I'm surprised we don't see a lot of Christian Brothers sticks out there.
Right. Get the wooden sticks. Then you got the Titans and Northland. Oh, yeah.
These players outdate that just by a little bit. Maybe not all of them.
No, I bet a couple of them played with wooden sticks.
Now brought in right off the mask of the goaltender. Lyerly taking the brunt of that. It's been pretty good back and forth action, both teams with chances. It's not been a boring game, that's for sure.
No, it has not, and the crowd is just keeps filling in. People coming from the village, have a little food, come watch a little hockey, warm up. That's off the moorings, but the players just will put it back on themselves.
See, now we had a whistle for that in the women's game, but I think the men's referees are a little bit more lenient.
Right, I don't think we're going to get many stops in the play.
They want to see goals. They had a lot of that to start the game, not so much since. It seemed like in the first couple minutes we had all the action. Now it's Parrish finding a target. Shot on net, but it's steered aside by Lee. Now White comes back.
You know, I do have to wonder a little bit if there's any men's league scouts here.
Now there could be.
Now that's a big sign of pride.
If they're scouting, here's a good chance to watch. 2-on-1 looking for a lane. Still loose on the back. That might have hit the pipe. I think it did.
Every bar league team is looking for a ringer. And there's a lot of ringers out here.
I think a lot of St. Cloud State intramural teams are still wondering if eligibility remains for some of these guys.
I think they'd like them. You know, Mark Parrish is a good story. He didn't get his degree right away, so maybe some of these guys didn't, and they can sign up and play intramural.
Here comes White now, but Black takes the right away. A nice little spin move, as that was Mark Hartigan. He sparked Black on a rush, but the shot goes over the top of the net and hits the glass.
Yeah, I talk about Hartigan. He was a Hobie Baker finalist, and a lot of people thought he should have won it the year Jordan Leopold scored.
And there's a goal. What a shot.
The horn goes off. Beautiful.
That was Dave Iannazzo who gives Black the 2-1 lead.
Known to his teammates as Izzy. Yeah, I picked a great time to start the story. Nice goal by Izzy.
Nice play by Izzy. Let's get back to that story of what you're talking about, though.
Well, let's wait for Kate.
Well, I talked to Coach Mosco about it, and he said, I hope you don't, because it's awfully fast out here compared to what I remember back in '86. So I do think I'm still the tallest one out there, though, so maybe the basketball team has some interest.
Well, while we were listening to that, Lyerly came up with a unbelievable save to keep it a 2-1 game.
7 black on the ice right now, but hey, what the heck? Why go to the bench? There may not be room on the bench.
They've got a couple of guys. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of players. The benches are full.
That just shows you how many of these players wanted to come back for this.
Get a chance to play with some of your old teammates. 37 in on the rush. His shot off the mask. That's Joe Raycamp.
Raycamp's taking a couple off the melon.
Now Black in on their own chance. Lee denies. It was gloved down, and he is equal to the task for a second time. Black now trying to extend their lead, looking for a tip in front. I'm wondering if they're running some of their old systems out there for Black.
Well, all of a sudden you start remembering them.
Especially with when you're out with some of the guys you used to play with, the things just click. Now they're looking for a tip in front. And White, maybe with some legs. 2-on-1, Raycamp, saucer pass in front. Shot on net was denied. Sam Zabgowski. That one's tipped in front. Once again, Raycamp, he slams on the brakes, looks for a lane. Tied up along the boards.
Oh, geez, that's a hard shot for a game like this.
One-timer just kicks into the corner. Luckily, it was tipped and not off of a shin pad. That was Jimmy Murray.
Jimmy, got to slow her down on a game like this.
He's still hyped up. It wasn't that long ago that he was
right
with the Huskies, powered, coached by Motzko.
A little jostling in front of the net.
Raycamp has been all over this shift. This one rung around, and now Black has a chance with 1:05 to go. They've had the majority of the odd man rushes. Shot looking for the near side. 1 minute to go in the second period of play.
That's Izzy again on the offense.
Izzy's had a great second period, now on a breakaway. A chance to tie, and he misses the net. I believe that Lyerly got a piece of it on the blocker.
Whites are definitely doing laps in the next practice. Missing the net on a breakaway.
I don't. It looked like he might have missed the net. I couldn't tell if Lyerly from this angle got a pad on it.
Maybe he did get a piece of it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Give him the benefit on the breakaway. But either way, it could have been a tie game. Instead, it's still 2-1 with 20 seconds to go in the period. Now a 2-on-1. White trying to tie it. 10 seconds to go. Raycamp looking far side. He hits the blocker. 7 seconds now. Maybe a break for Black. He loses the puck and then gives a little hack. That was Dan Kronick, and that will do it. 2-1 Black after 2 periods of play. And what a fantastic hockey game we've had. Low scoring, but pretty good.
Low scoring, but a lot of love taps. A lot of chops to the back, little friendly pats, and these players, they know what this is, and this is an experience that they just won't get, I don't know when again. You know, that you'd like to think they could maybe do this once a year, but it's tough getting the players back for a game like this.
A great experience on Hockey Day Minnesota, 2-1 here on the UTVS network. We will be right back for the start of the third period. I'm sure we'll hear from Katie Emmer as she has been very active on the benches today. We'll be right back here on Hockey Day Minnesota.
Standing alongside goalie of the Black team, Ethan Lyerly. And Ethan, you are focused tonight. How did you get in the zone before this game?
I had help from my defense. They said they were going to go out and block all the shots, so I got all the confidence in the world in my team.
And the boys on the bench are dying to know what your 2-minute mile time is. 2-mile time it.
It's on record somewhere. They'll have to find it.
All right, good luck.
Welcome back to Hockey Day Minnesota Eve for the final game of the night, and that is the alumni game between some of the former Husky greats, and we have had a great game so far, 2-1 Black, as we have seen a lot of action today, and we've talked about it. It's been a lot of fun.
It has been a great time, Joe. I really appreciate the invitation to come out. Of course, nice to see my daughter play hockey in front of so many people, but more than that, the fact that St. Cloud is showcasing the sport that I love so much, I know you do as well. It's been a blast, and we have one more period of hockey to go to have some more fun.
It's a game that so many people love to watch, and it's clearly evident from what we've seen today of the people who have shown up to watch an alumni hockey game outside.
Captain, thoughts after the first 2 periods of play?
I'm very happy we're winning because I can't tell you the bet that Hedekin and I have between each other, but it's going to be embarrassing.
Is there anything else you want to say tonight?
Thank you very much for coming out. Go Huskies.
So Parrish gives the go Huskies, and the fans follow with the woo.
Of course they do. They know what they're doing. This is fantastic. Everyone out here in the stands love the Huskies. They want the program to just keep going further and further, and Mark's no dummy. He's going to play to him.
So we're set to go for the 3rd period here on the UTVS.com live stream as the St. Cloud State Alumni is in its final period. Who knows what they'll do following the game, if there'll be any extracurricular activities or what. We'll see, maybe a shootout or something like that. But today we saw a couple of great hockey games, starting with the St. Cloud Icebreakers versus the Sartell Sauk Rapids women's high school game, and it was a fantastic one, went to a 3-3 tie. Then the women's alumni game also went to a 3-3 tie, and today, now we have this game 2-1 for Team Black. Tomorrow morning, we get things going on Fox Sports North right away, 10 a.m., St. Cloud versus St. Cloud Cathedral, the men's high school hockey. Then it's St. Cloud State versus UMD in the women's hockey game. And that should be a very interesting one. That will be on the outdoor pond. Then Moorhead versus Centennial, the men's high school game as well here at Lake George. And then following that, actually during that as well on the Plus channel, you can watch St. Cloud State men's hockey versus the Minnesota State Mankato Mavericks. It should be a great day of hockey on Hockey Day Minnesota as we get back to the action here. Team Black trying to put on the pressure and seal the deal.
Yeah, if you didn't get your fix of hockey today, you got plenty more opportunities. But the here and now, there's a little jostling here, a little grabbing. These players are starting to chirp a little bit and have more and more fun as the action goes on.
Coach Parrish, that's an interesting name to call him unless you're from Orono. You coached the Orono high school team for a while. Now it's Team White breaking out of the zone. And another opportunity. Nice saucer pass. We've seen this play before. Hedekin looked for his first goal of the night. Now he corrals in the corner. Captain in white, Brett Hedekin, regains possession. Dumped in deep. Kelly Reeder. He loses it, and back comes Black. It's been back and forth all night. That's John Cullen. A little shot deflected there as looking for a lane. And maybe another opportunity there, but a great save, and it's kicked back out. A couple players laying on the ice as maybe fatigue is starting to set in.
Yeah, I was going to say there's should be a little pillow out there because they're getting a little tired.
Well, they've got 1 period to go. In fact, 10 remaining on the clock. In a great day of hockey as the fans came out to support. Laid around by Lee, as he's been awesome in net. 2 blemishes on the night, but plenty of shots to come. There's another one as he gloves it down. Rebound control, not necessarily what it used to be, but he's able to hold on. And once again, he looks for the assists as he plays it ahead pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, of course, they want to get on the stat sheet. You know, some of these players are glad this is being broadcast and taped. Others probably wish it wasn't.
One of those players is not Dave Rykel, as he's been pretty good today.
Dave's just a finesse skater. He spent a lot of time in the bandy program, national champion. Pretty sure he might have been a world champion as well. Just a smooth skater.
I believe he is the only player on the ice that has a full cage on, so that might be something that he got chirped out in the locker room, so he has some vengeance to prove.
Oh yeah, Dave's got wheels though. Look at that, look at him go.
There's a pass, now a breakaway chance, to the backhand it goes. And St. Cloud White had a chance to even the score, but back comes Black. That one just goes wide.
Back and forth action in front of the net again. Didn't get the shot off.
Neither team wanting to back down late in this one. Nice headman pass. But broken up there by the captain, Parrish.
Just hawking everything down, making sure that nobody makes a mistake on this one. You don't want to get burned by your buddies.
In comes Team White, but that one's off the stick. Maybe the cold temperatures, one of the reasons the hands aren't there. Might also be a little rust on the rust on the tires.
Yeah. Oh, a rare whistle.
A rare whistle, and it's an offside, and they'll come out to neutral ice.
These refs got to understand, these guys, you know, playing these old-time games, they had fisticuffs back in the day. They might sass a little bit.
We thought we were going to see a lot more fisticuffs today. A lot of these players wanting to get at it, but they're following college rules. There hasn't been much fighting today.
No, the gloves have not been dropped. Nobody's been jerseyed.
I would expect that before the end of tonight, though. I don't think it's gonna end with that.
We might have a quiet jostle.
Now Gino Parrish, who opened the scoring, he scores again. That was from behind the goal line.
Oh, Gino says roll tape. Roll tape. This is my personal highlight tape.
Roll the highlight film. Indeed, Gino Parrish is second of the night, and he makes it a 3-1 game for his team.
You know, it just goes, here's the replay.
This is a zero-angle shot from Gino Parrish as he is on or below the goal line, but he throws it off the back, I believe, of Lee, who just was not to the post, and a smart play makes it 3-1.
You know, obviously he's got a great sense of humor, but if you want to know how good Gino is, just ask him. He'll tell you.
Or just watch that play, because that was a pretty good one.
It was. Yeah, a lot of us would like to have those skills.
Absolutely right. Team White breaks into the zone. They desperately need a goal. Hedekin clearly not happy with his team's performance, and we get another whistle.
Now Hedekin should have known that's the one ref with the whistle. I mean, he passed it back, and it went offsides, and he knew. What a drop of the puck. We're back in action.
They didn't believe in face-offs, so they dropped it, and they went. And that's where we are now, and Team Black breaks into the zone. 2-on-1 looking to extend the lead. Nice save by Lee as he's doing
chop on the way by too.
He's doing everything to keep his team in the game. Now Team White just needs 2 goals to have a hat trick of 3s today. It would be 3-3, 3-3, 3-3 in every game we've seen today. But Team White's got a lot of work to do.
They do, but you never know.
There's a chance there trying to pull within a goal. Back behind the net, thrown in front, steered away by Lyerly. He's been great with the paddle today. Now into the zone. Nice move, toe drag, still loose, trying to go through the legs of Gino Parrish. Was Mike O'Connell, now in front, O'Connell with his second opportunity. Gino. OC try and start things off. Then it was the other way, and Lee diving. He makes a beautiful save. The hand's starting to loosen up now.
This is just carefree hockey. Up and down the rink like the lights are on the pond outside.
Here's a chance for White, but popping over the stick, maybe the ice conditions is what Brett Morgan's gonna blame that one on, as that jumped over his stick. White starting to turn up the pace, cutting in front, looking 5-0, he scores, and we got a 3-2 game.
And look at that, Hedekin gets his goal.
Oh, Parrish will not be happy about that, but Brett Hedekin, the captain, not his first goal in a Husky sweater.
No, let's take a look at this replay and show Hedekin just with the drive to the net.
What a move there. He pulls it to the backhand and he slips it 5-hole. And just like that, it's a 3-2 game.
You know, last time I saw Hedekin was I was drinking from the cup with him. Talk about memories. I get a selfie with him today, and then I get to see him score a goal, and I'm sure he'll be talking about that with Parrish.
I'm sure he'll be talking a lot of. If Parrish doesn't score, he'll never hear the end of that. Especially now that Gino has 2.
Right, his brother's got 2, and Hedeken has 1.
Yeah, absolutely right. That is not a good recipe for Mark Parrish. That one nearly finds the back of the net as it was deflected.
They're just peppering him.
Team Black trying to extend their lead to 2 goals. It was just taken away by Brett Hedeken. Lee has been a bright spot all night, though, for Team White. He's faced an entourage of shots from every player on Black.
Mike Lee is going to be bruised. Pulled hammies and bruised goalies.
Down to the ice, playing it to the knees, though. Still loose for Black. Tipped in front, Lee with the save. Now maybe a breakaway chance. Can they make it a 3-3 game? Back, and he scores!
It's just supposed to be 3-3.
Jimmy Murray makes it 3-3. What a game we've got going. And Jimmy Murray goes forehand, backhand, posting in. What a move by the guy who's not too far removed. In fact, he's the freshest legs on the ice, the 2016 grad.
I think Coach Motzko's going to look at his eligibility and just say, you know what, you got a little bit left.
Coach Motzko knows a lot about Jimmy Murray. It was just 2 years ago that Murray led his team to the NCAA tournament, along with big names like Ethan Proud. But now White trying to extend the lead. Top left corner is broken up by Lyerly, and out of play it goes. Some fans are going to get a souvenir puck.
Yeah, these fans deserve all the souvenirs. They got the memories. Get a souvenir. Of course, you can buy them.
All right, Jimmy, big goal from you there to tie it up. What was going through your mind on that play?
Well, I saw Joe Rykel was behind me on a 2-on-0 and kind of knew he wasn't a goal scorer, so I took it myself.
So, that was Jimmy Murray, the goal scorer, who gave a little shot to his partner, Rykel.
What a nice ambassador to the game. I knew he couldn't score, so I had to do it.
I'm going to take it myself. In front, looking, and they score! And White comes all the way back from down 3-1, and they've got the 4-3 lead.
And you think this game doesn't mean anything. Oh, boy. Hedeken and Parrish are having fun here.
Alongside Joe Rykel and Joe, Jimmy kind of chirping you there. What do you feel about his response, dissing his own teammate?
I just want to congratulate Jimmy on his engagement to Sarah Feldmeyer. So pumped for him. Long time coming, but I'm happy for it too.
So now it has left the ice as they've dropped the puck. White didn't have any players on the ice to start that face-off.
Well, that's not a rule. You don't have to have players out there.
No, you're supposed to have 5, but any less they don't penalize you for. Any more they're supposed to, but they haven't yet today.
You know, cities all around the country, if they're going to get their hands on this tape, they're going to find a way to do this.
I don't know if White is done yet, because they are starting to put on the pressure with 2 minutes left. Black now in desperate need of a goal. Now if you're Mark Parrish, you need to put the puck on your stick and do it yourself.
He's running out of time.
He's running out of time for sure. 1:42 to go in what has been a fantastic first day of Hockey Day Minnesota weekend. As this one's sent down. And a little bit of cherry picking going on for Team Black. Now Team White with 90 seconds remaining. Sauced across. Backhand off the tape. As that was Kelly Reeder, who's been all over the ice.
Yeah, you got to wonder when Black's going to pull Lyerly. They need that extra man advantage, right?
Might be soon. Less than a minute in front. Tipped. Lee has been phenomenal. He might be the reason White gets the victory.
No looks to the bench from Lyerly. I'm not sure this is conventional hockey.
A little bit of a saucer pass there, and then a backhand spin with 60 ticks left on the clock.
Unless there's another period.
Unless there's another period, which nobody quite knows. I'm going to say no because hockey is a 3-period game, and that's what we've had so far. In front, White with another chance. And that one, not exactly what they wanted there. Black desperately needing a goal. They might get a chance here.
Now there's 8 on the ice.
They might need to put more than that to get a goal against Lee. White steals away with 23 seconds to go. Now brought away, maybe the last chance for Black. Brought in. Black needing a goal with 10 seconds to go. They trail by 1. Still loose in the corner, 5 seconds to go. This one is going to end in a white victory, or so it seems, in front. And Lee, just as he's done all night, slams the door. And St. Cloud State Alumni White gets the victory, and finally, we don't end in a 3-3 game.
A 4-3 final, and boy, I tell you what, so much fun, so much action. They're still shoveling. I gotta think there's still something coming up.
Clearly something is gonna go on, because we'll see. Looks like Parrish is heading over to the booth.
This could be some kind of a challenge, like, you know, you gotta phone a friend at certain games, and maybe Parrish is saying, hey, put some more clock on the, some more time on the clock.
Well, if Parrish could maybe, it looks like he's going into the penalty box. He might not be accustomed to that, the penalty box.
Right?
That's a new spot for him. They're shoveling the ice. Something's not over.
No, I think we got more hockey. It's, fans, you don't go anywhere. They're shoveling. They're playing more hockey, I think.
There's 12:30 back on the clock, and there could be another period of hockey. Because why not?
Because why not? And of course, I said that earlier that, you know, we may be playing more, and it's turning out that way. But they better tell the fans that they're playing more.
Yeah, the fans aren't quite sure what's going on. Now we got the Skull chant again. Here we go. Now it might be Hockey Day Minnesota, but don't tell that to the Vikings faithful who just gave the Skull chant here on the banks of Lake George as they get set for Sunday's game after the weekend of hockey, as the Vikings will get the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Conference Championship.
And that is going to be aired here in the village on the big screen.
That's right, we have the big board behind us where they're airing all of tonight's action, and that game will be on as well.
Little Prince.
They're not done yet.
No.
The party's just getting started here on Hockey Day Minnesota.
This is everything Minnesota. Little Prince, little Skull, Hockey Day.
You can always see the sun, day or night. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one. Doctor, everything will be alright. Instead of asking how much of your time is left, ask how much of your mind, baby. 'Cause in this life, things are much harder than the afterworld. This life.
Well, they're jamming here, a little bit of Prince action on Hockey Day Minnesota, as we are going to play at least another period of hockey. Nobody is quite sure, but Team Black is needing a goal.
I remember as a kid playing 1st to 10. I don't think they'll ever go that high, but that seems like they're making new rules anyways.
I think we might be here for a little while longer if it was to 10.
Yes.
Team White breaking into the zone. Then taken away now, and Black has a chance to tie the game.
Johnny Cullen going in with it.
And Andrew Vicari in deep with it. Nice move, still loose in front, but White able to eat up the puck and come back the other way.
Still waiting for Parrish to get his opportunity.
Well, Black might have a chance to tie the game. Breakaway forehand, backhand, and through the wickets of Lee, but to the corner it went. Now Hedekin gets the puck stripped off his stick. And Black is fighting for this one. A couple of the fans standing as they're starting to realize there's more hockey.
Yes, they're starting to filter back in too. No rules, just having fun.
Why not? These players have played a great game so far. Team Black.
Fans are just enjoying themselves, milling around, watching their heroes of the past.
Off the end boards and kicked into the corner. Now chasing after it is Marty Maley. In front as Lee is trying to kick that away. Not a whole lot to tell you except for Brett Hedekin had the goal that tied it at 3.
And that's Hetty with looking for an assist to help her. Didn't go in the net, but nice play by Hetty as well.
Black back the other
Oh,
way.
there's another defender that comes on.
That was a little bit of a sketchy change by Team White. And now with it is Andrew Vicari. He's in front and Team White nearly finds the back of the net, but Valeri able to glove it.
Yeah, Andy Vicari was one that played in the 90s and no face-off again. It's the no face-off rule. Black will break out.
I don't think we're gonna see that rule be applied to the NCAA level, as that one is slammed on net by Billy Hengen, 2006 grad.
Good years.
Great years, and a lot of guys from 2006 coming here today. Justin Fletcher, the 06.
Okay, yeah.
He's 26 in black, as well as Nate Raduns.
Nate, yeah, Radon's awesome. Of course, I think Nate was from Sauk Rapids.
White on a 2-on-0. The pass just doesn't connect.
Nice story about Nate Radon's one game in the NHL with the Philadelphia Flyers.
Really?
Yeah.
Now Jimmy Murray looking for his second. He had the goal that made it 4-3.
Side of the net.
8.5 to go in the fourth period of hockey. Maybe it's a 4-quarter game in a little bit of a tribute to the Minnesota Vikings, maybe, with 4 quarters.
Right.
It's never over till it's over, clearly. We just saw that last week with the Vikings. Stephon Diggs with the Minnesota Miracle, the Minneapolis Miracle, as they're calling it.
One of my favorite t-shirts now reads, act every moment like it's 24-23 and it's 10 seconds left.
That's funny. And Team Black is hoping for their own Minnesota Miracle as they trail by a goal. On Hockey Day, Minnesota, Black back the other way, 2-on-2.
They're not running the weave quite like they used to in their early days, but still fun to watch them play.
I think they might play until Gino Parrish gets the hat trick. I think that's when the game ends.
Or Mark Parrish scores, then he's pulling the plug.
That's true, yeah.
Mark would skate over the power cord, turn the lights off, I think.
Now Gino gets burned as he lays down on the ice. And that shot kicked away by Murray.
He is a sought-after player in the pond hockey arena.
Absolutely right. Now a 4-on-2 for Black. Cutting to the front, looking top left, trying to tie the game, still loose. Lee with another save. He probably has 60 saves if they were keeping stats.
I think he's got 60 plus, absolutely.
White on a breakaway chance, looking backhand, top right. A nice save by Lyerly.
Well, the goalies are getting their airtime. There's no question about that.
Oh, they've had their chances, and they've been good today. Scott Meyer had the breakaway. Now he looks in front, wide open. Lyerly the save. He's had to do just as well as Lee today.
And then Lyerly looked like he was going to cover that one, then he realized he couldn't.
2-on-1 for Black. Pass across. Lee somehow gets a pad on it.
You know, one thing you got to remember is a lot of these players, they might have not played in the NHL, but they did play pro. A lot of ECHLers and other pro hockey teams.
AHL as well as overseas.
Right.
Black breaking into the zone once again. I think I've said that a lot, but it's been back and forth all night. 6 minutes to go in period number 4. That could be the last period. We're not quite sure, and neither are you, and that's okay. We're having a great time here on Hockey Day, Minnesota.
Absolutely. I think everybody that's got hockey in their veins wants them to play all night.
Team White comes out of the zone. They've got their first 4-on-1 of the night. Look across. Lyerly comes up with the save. I believe they never signaled a goal.
I don't know if that's a goal or not.
Well, they're going back to center ice like it was, and they're celebrating like it was.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain.
All right, here we go, replay. Let's see if it goes in, or appears to go in. Oh, that was a goal.
They call it a good goal, 5-3 Team White. And now Black really needs a miracle, as that one's tipped high and wide. Still loose in front, Lee able to scramble for it. That could have been a trip, but they're not going to call it. Sauced in front, backhand, right into the chest of Lee.
And a whistle, I don't know what the whistle is for. They know they're not going to get a stoppage in play.
And this one is sent all the way down, no icing.
Of course not.
Paradise credited with the goal. And Black is trying to break out of their own zone, but great forecheck pressure as White sends 3 guys at the puck.
Ah, this is fun.
A great day of hockey families celebrating today. As we got your son up in the booth now.
Yeah, I got Mason up here next to me. Mason, what do you think of this action? Pretty good, he says.
Mason's excited about today's game. He's been out on the ice all day shoveling off, and a great experience for some of these St. Cloud kids.
And then they'll have Youth Day on Sunday, where they got about 10 games, you know, and it's just going to be a great atmosphere again. These players will never forget it.
They spent over 100 days building this rink, and it was not meant for just 2 days. And it was not just meant for the high school or the college kids. They wanted the St. Cloud community to experience Hockey Day Minnesota.
You know, so many emotions. You know, getting to watch all these old-time players, get to see the high school players, the action back and forth, the fanfare. You know, calling the game with you, Joe, has been great. I mean, it's just been a fantastic night.
It's a great experience on just day 1. We've got a lot more coming for you tomorrow. All the action on Fox Sports North. That one might have crossed the back of the net. Across the goal line. Now it's a 3-on-1 for Black, but it's broken up and cleared off the glass.
I don't know if the coaches have a challenge, but they want to use it on there.
I don't know if we have an overhead cam, but that might have been a good chance to look at that one, because that was close.
Wait a minute, if they had a challenge, that would be a rule, and I don't think we have any of those.
We don't have rules today, so probably no challenge.
No challenge, Joe. 2:45.
Coach Motzko is probably okay with that over on his side.
I think so.
Oh, it's Team White as we have players standing around, just hanging around, talking to the refs. It's a 2-on-2 back for Black as they try to pull within a goal. Can't do so as Lee has been great.
I think there's a little intimidation factor of that ref. Both talking to him.
They're trying to get in his head, get some calls, I think. They need some late in the game. 3-on-1 chance now as White comes back the other way. Fanning on it, kind of, and then loose it was. Over the top was Lyerly.
Oh.
What an opportunity for White to make it a 6-3 game.
Borgen missed the net. He's doing laps.
That backhand goes wide. Now maybe a breakaway chance as the puck slows down.
Oh, that's holding.
That could be holding. No call coming. A little bit of a grab on the jersey, but we don't see any ref's hand in the air with 1:38 to go. I think the refs are cold and they want to go home.
Yeah, and having my son in the stands realize there's no more shoveling, this is it.
The shoveling is done, and that could be the final period of play with 1:38 remaining in period number 4. In front, White trying to tack on another, still loose, battling for it. Lyerly equal to the task. Black maybe thinking about pulling their netminder here as Lyerly is inching towards the edge.
Black has no concerns of getting their players off the ice either.
No, they have about 16 players on the ice right now.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Stolen there, 2-on-1. Big chance backhand. 5 Holy scores. 6-3.
Yeah, number 42, Marty Miele. Marty Miele is able to do a little bragging with his classmates.
Miele gets the goal, makes it 6-3, and Team White is going to come away with the first victory on Hockey Day, Minnesota. And a great performance, and I think we have to give the player of the game to Lee.
Mike Lee.
Lee has been phenomenal. The only other player we might be able, now we've got more players on White on the ice, and they get another one. It's 7.
I think that's it. I don't think we'll see another face-off.
If there are any alumni in the stands, come on down. We're going to do a team photo.
They're going to do a
any
team
alumni
photo.
in the stands, hit the ice.
Coach Motzko says to our Katie Emmer that there will be a team photo after with all of the alumni, and what a great experience we've had. It was a great game and a great night overall with three awesome hockey games.
It's going to take a while for me to get my smile off my face because everything that happened tonight was just pure joy as a hockey aficionado, as a hockey fan. Just such a pleasurable night.
So Team White gets the win on an awesome night of hockey, and it started off today with the St. Cloud Icebreakers getting the win over the Sartell Sauk Rapids women. That game was at it was a tie in that game. And what a fantastic hockey game we had. Then it was the St. Cloud State alumni game, and we just saw a fantastic 3-3 tie in the women's game, and then Team White gets the victory. They're calling it 6-3. It might have been 7-3. And then tomorrow morning, St. Cloud will get St. Cloud Cathedral in the men's high school hockey game. That kicks off at 10 a.m. on Fox Sports North. Then it's the St. Cloud State versus UMD women's hockey game. That one, 1 o'clock as the Huskies look for the sweep. They got the win today, 3-2. Coach Eric Rude wanted to get it done against his in-state rival. And then following that at 4:30, Moorhead versus Centennial men's hockey. And that one here on Lake George. And then Minnesota State Mankato versus St. Cloud State men's hockey. That at 5 o'clock at the Herbrooks National Hockey Center. You can find that on FSN+. And finally, Hockey Day Minnesota is kicked off by the Minnesota Wild versus the Tampa Bay Lightning at the XL Energy Center. And what a fantastic game that should be.
There's going to be a lot of great hockey tomorrow all around. The community should be so proud of what they've been able to pull together here in St. Cloud. And I just can't wait for more hockey tomorrow. I don't want to go to bed, but I know I need to, so I can wake up and watch hockey.
That does it for us here on the UTVS stream. For Joe Erickson, Katie Emmer, I'm Joe Scarella saying good night from day one of Hockey Day, Minnesota.